have 22 criminal charges on my record. 2 of those are felonies, so I went to jail about 13 times.
And I found myself at 36 years of age with a gun to my head, about ready to take my own life because I was highly addicted.
My turning point was in 1992 when I stood in front of the judge the last time, and I just said, I'm so tired. I said, what do I need to do so I don't have to stand in front of you again?
I was a senior in college, about looking to go to law school. I had my life all in front of me and had a very unique and difficult battle with drugs. And what happened is I ended up eventually being suspended from college. I was homeless, and by the amazing grace of my Creator, a couple of ladies from one of the local churches in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where I lived at, reached out to me and introduced me to a recovery program in the back of a church.
The turning point in my life was when I got an HIV diagnosis in Silverdale, the jail here in Chattanooga.
I understood the faith community. I understood the church. I knew that there was something in there for me. I grew up there, but my relationship changed when I hit rock bottom.
It's not in the benign place out in the street. It's not in the bad part of town. This is happening right in our own congregation. These are our kids.
Because there are a lot of people in our community who are struggling with addiction. There are a lot of family members who have an addict in the family, and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to find help.
Well, I think it's difficult to have this open, honest dialogue around addiction and recovery because addiction is messy. I mean, it's ugly.
We know, in talking to different recovery programs all over the state, that there are a number of churches that are walking deeply with people. They're engaging, they're creating whole recovery and treatment centers. And then when people come out of that, they're transitioning them back into society, providing employment opportunities, integrating them within their church. They are part of the treatment. They are part of the recovery of that person just by looking them in the eye, just about caring for them and just loving them for who they are.
We've heard from a lot of churches that they want to help people, they want to be able to be there, but they just don't know what to do.
The disease of addiction is a spiritual disease, and you cannot conquer it without a spiritual solution.
But the fact that they reached out to me with a spiritual connection was something that I could vibe with. And when they spoke to me, I understood that, hey, this is an opportunity. These are people that are going to love me. So they took me to my first meeting, and in that meeting, I found community.
It's so difficult to come out of a life of 20 years of homelessness and street life into a life where you are a productive employee and presentable among the community.
Through community, an opportunity was given to me to go through something bigger, something longer. And when I came back from going through a treatment program, I went back to that faith community, and those people in that community were waiting on me to embrace me and to walk with me. They met me exactly where I was at, and they were ready to help me reacclimate, reestablish, and be a regular person again. And when I say regular person again, a person that's got a fulfilling and wonderful life full of purpose and drive, and be a father to my child, and be a son to my mother, and be a family member and friend to all of those who love me and went through all of those things with me.
My recovery looks like this. God is my hand. And then I have everything that He's given me. I have recovery, I have church, I have ministry, I have meetings, I have the 12-step, and that's a whole program. If I take anything away from that, then I'm not whole. So God has to be at the center, but I have to use the tools that He's given me in order to succeed.
So we do think that across the state, we're just seeing incredible work that's taking place by the church. And I think that we're going to see more and more people recognize it. And as we have the opportunity to tell that story and tell it again, then we're going to have more people encouraged by it. And I think you'll see more churches then that will step in and support that. Everybody needs help, and everybody can help.
What does recovery mean to you?
Ooh. Goodness. What recovery means to me is that I had the opportunity to come back into the life that God had planned for me from the beginning of time.
Recovery means having a home. My bills are paid. My friends like me. I can enjoy the birds today. I can enjoy everything from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep.
Before any institution that any one of us ever worked for, our faith communities were here. And long after all of us are gone, they're still going to be here. Our faith communities can be that sustainable resource that has been there, tried and true, and can be that deliverer of that good message of the hope, of hope, of hope, of hope.
There is hope. There is healing. Join us in bringing the hope of recovery to those who are struggling with addiction. Connecting faith, community, and government to improve life for every Tennessean.